Hi, I'm Budgie. Welcome to the channel. Here you can expect to find a series of videos that may at first seem somewhat disparate. I assure you they're not. They complement themselves and come together wonderfully. The first is on the ketogenic lifestyle, so everything about being in nutritional ketosis for weight reduction, which was how I first started, and then for improved mental and physical health. The second subject that we'll look at in depth is hiking, backpacking, everything from how to take your first half a mile walk, which wasn't that long ago for me, up to where I currently am now, an attempt at a through hike of the Appalachian Trail next spring 2020. The reason the two topics go together so well is that once you're fully transitioned away from being a sugar burner over to a fat burner, is that the energy stores within your body go from being measured in the few thousand calories that's stored in glycogen in your liver and your muscles to a reserve of energy measured in the hundreds of thousands of calories that's stored in your adipose tissues, in your fat. You will now have access to it. The constant hunger diminishes and leaves for hours and hours at a time, and an abundance of energy is just flooding through your body, and it needs an outlet, and for me that outlet was walking. There seems to be quite a lot of information out on YouTube covering both subjects, but I've noticed that they're mainly for experienced practitioners. There's very little for people who are perhaps just starting out, either on thinking of the keto diet or of getting some exercise, perhaps in the form of walking. So we're going to be going right back to fundamental basics and concentrating on the beginner. So for keto, we'll be starting right at the very beginning. Why perhaps it's something that you should consider. What are the advantages, the disadvantages? What can you expect during the transition from sugar burning to fat burning? Perhaps you don't know how to cook. Cooking, I hope, will become quite a part of your life. So we will look at basic cooking techniques, basic cooking equipment, how to set up your kitchen, how to shop, how to read nutrition labels, what to eat, what not to eat, so what to avoid, when to eat. That's important. The preparation and cooking of keto meals will overlap really well here with the hiking. We'll be looking at producing a range of nutritious snacks and dehydrated keto meals for your hiking trips. My preparations for the AT will feature. We have additional requirements over USA residents that isn't featured on the excellent content that our Yank hiker friends are putting out. We're going to need a visa. We're going to need flights. We're going to need to get to the trailhead. We're going to need a phone that works. We'll take a look at my training schedules over the next 7 or 8 months. It would be great to get some feedback for some more experienced hikers on that. This will be the first truly long distance trail that I'll have attempted. There'll be gear and book reviews for books that I have read and for gear that I have used. I'm confident that the long list of horrendous mistakes that I've made in gear selection to get to where my kit currently is now will save you grief, time, and more importantly, money. I'll decide nearer the time regarding the content from the actual hike itself, depending on what people do want to see. Daily reports, a weekly update. Perhaps we could look at things that you don't tend to see. Water collection and filtration, the cooking basics. Is it actually possible to stay in ketosis on the AT? So if you're a hiker, harbouring intentions to perhaps one day take on a long distance trail, maybe the AT itself, or you're a few pounds overweight, right up to morbidly obese and totally sedentary, come along for the ride. I think there's going to be content here that you'll find extremely useful. I'm going to put out an introductory video on the subject of keto, and in that I'll include photos of what I looked like 3 years ago and the changes, the simple changes, the painless changes that I've made to now be looking at attempting this hike. Come with me. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. It's my intention to publish a video weekly. All comments, questions and suggestions are more than welcome. That'll help me improve my content to provide you with whatever it is you want to see. I'll see you on the next one.